Hi, this is the Bratz Boyz Club, and I am Jesse. And today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my Bratz Boys. This Bratz Boy is a little bit of a surprise for you and for me, and I'm going to tell you why that is in a minute. But first, I'm also going to warn you that you might have already kind of seen this one already in some way, but trust me, he's not the same as the one you've seen in my channel already, which I have a video of. He's the identical copy or replica of that one, but we're talking about a totally new, totally reintroduced Bratz Boy that sort of like brings us back from the past into the future, and we just go back in time to look at MGA in its good years, the very best, early 2000s. And without further ado, my little buddy here is the newly introduced 2022 Bratz Boy Dylan. And I believe I already made a video of Dylan in this version or collection enter series. This was the first edition Dylan, the first ever Dylan, and he came along with Cameron. I believe Cameron was either 2001 or 2002. The box for Cameron was 2002, but I believe both of these were first edition, meaning they both came out on retail. They both arrived on retail or on sale at these stores locally back in 2001 or 2002. First two together, the only first Bratz Boys of the Bratz line, of the Bratz Boys line, from the Bratz line. So I actually have one, and I actually have two. Though I just made a video of one, but I have a duplicate of this one, the original of this one back in 2002. So I've got two 2002 first edition Dylans, one of which has a video on my Bratz Boyz Club. And so this one I bumped into a few days ago, I believe at the beginning of this week or the end of last week. And I was really, really surprised and super shocked that I actually saw a Dylan for sale on this seller's website that I really dislike. I really don't like this seller's website. Their name starts with an A, of course. And like I think I've mentioned in some of my videos, I've purchased some Bratz Boys in there, and I was really unhappy. The delivery service was horrible. The packaging was a nightmare. Everything was just awful. So anyway, I bumped into him, and I knew there was something wrong and different about this Dylan, of course, because everything was the same and identical to what I have in my two original 2002 first edition Dylans, but something was off. The background of the box, as you can see through the light, kind of has like a little rainbowy, mirrory kind of shade to it that glows different colors when it's exposed to the light. And then, of course, there is this little label, and I'm going to put it right next to the camera so you can see it. It's got the MGA logo, which looks like a little bit modern MGA logo, along with the little phrase here that happens to say, "The boys with a passion for fashion and the Bratz." But the original box doesn't have something like that. I think it doesn't look identical to that. If it does, I can't remember. But the color that this cardboard is like really rainbowy, shiny, sparkly. So when it's exposed to the light, you see lots of like different colors sometimes. So I thought, wait a minute, this is not the original 2002 first edition Dylan. This just looks like the first edition 2002 Dylan, so I wonder what's going on here. So next thing I know, I am purchasing this sexy, super studly, hot, and oh my god, babelicious jock from the early 2000s again, because supposedly, and I wasn't really sure of this, he was a 2022 replica or reintroduction of the original 2002 first edition Dylan. And I could not believe that. I had no idea that he was on sale at retail once again. And of course, the price was definitely on track with what Cameron was sold for, what his price was on retail last year when I purchased him at our local Target. So I think it was $1 more, something like that. And I was thinking, okay, so has totally got to be the 2022 first edition replica of first edition Dylan, sorry. for the year of 2022, and I just could not believe it. It was just the greatest experience because I was so shocked, and I was like so scared because I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what he was, where he came from, where he showed up, and then I found MGA's website for their dolls, and figured out that he is actually on sale there. So he's on sale along the other dolls, all of the other lines of dolls that they're selling. And of course, I should have actually purchased him from there, but I'm so dumb. I did not. I purchased him from this seller's website, which I hate so much, and I was so petrified and scared about how he was going to be delivered, and the shipping, and all those problems. And I'm like, okay, so I gotta calm down, so I'm going to order him, so I ordered him. And I was just hoping that everything would be okay. And, but I found out, of course, like I was saying earlier, that Mr. 2022 Dylan was a replica exact copy of the first edition 2002 Dylan, the first one of the two first Bratz Boyz that ever existed, alongside the Bratz, or as part of the Bratz line, in the very beginning of MGA's Bratz collection. So I thought, okay, so I know it's the same one, and I shouldn't be making another video of him, of course, because, you know, it's like, oh, repetitive, but I really don't care. I really kind of want to make a video of him because I made a video of the 2021 first edition Cameron of the Bratz Boyz that I believe I have 5 of in my collection because I went crazy and I bought him 5 times. So I said, I'm thinking, okay, so I've got to do a video of him too. And it looks like everything is downright to the point of what he used to look like. There's only, like I said, a few differences that are very slight, and then there's one really huge one that I was really disappointed, and I'm going to touch on that really, really soon. But I'm going to focus right now on the little tiny details first. And those are, like I said before, the box design is virtually identical with the exceptions of the background is rainbow hazy with sparkly rainbow colorings everywhere. And that includes the bottom cardboard portion, which is incredible too. You go over it with light and it looks so sparkly, rainbowy, shiny. It is cool and just totally awesome, totally new. And but everything else is the same. Even downright to the back of the box, which, you know, had the art, had the description, had the Bratz Boyz logo, and had the little, what is it, like that little avatar animal thingy that belonged to each one of them, which in this case is, I believe it's the fox for Dylan. So it's pretty much the same, identical everything except for the rainbowy, colory background that glows when you pass it under the light. And then, of course, it shows you the girls that come along with Mr. Dylan, the Bratz. Who cares about them? But, so it shows you that it's pretty much the same thing as the other, in every aspect of the word same, of course. It's the same, it's identical. There is nothing different except for that rainbowy, glowy, sparkly little color thing. Let me take my hands out of there so you can see the picture of them, all of them. And so there is one difference that this one has to the original 2002 first edition Dylan that I noticed when I received him, and I went over to the website, MGA's website, just to make sure I was not getting scammed out of anything and nobody reached into the box, opened it, and whatever. So I thought, I want to make sure that nothing happened to my babylicious, super studly, hot and sexy Dylan. And that is that the Dylan in the 2002 first edition box, from back in the day, and I've got 2 of which I already told you, he has a backpack, which is over, I think, on his shoulder here, or closer to here, but there's a backpack, a little backpack that he has, alongside his little second pair of clothing and his little footwear, second pair of footwear. So he's got a little backpack right there, like right there, somewhere here. And unfortunately, this one does not. So I ran because I went to check both of them to compare them. The 2002, sorry, the 2002 versus the 2022 on one side and side to side. So I'm like, okay, I want to see what you two look like together, one side by side, because I just, oh god, I'm so like excited, I'm so thrilled, and I cannot wait to match them. So I put them together, and the one thing I noticed is that, like I said, Mr. 2022 replica and exact copy of 2002's first edition Dylan is missing a backpack, or the backpack that came along with the original 20 years ago. And I couldn't believe it, so I kind of thought I was sort of like scammed. And so I went to MGA's page to take a look to see what he comes with. And if you go to their page, they show you the item, and then they show you the, Bratz Boy with the accessories, only what he has inside the box, and then a description of everything, of course, in writing, and his name and everything about him, an introduction whatsoever. And so, no, apparently Mr. 2022 replica exact copy of the 2002 first edition Dylan doesn't have a backpack, unlike the original. So apparently he's missing a backpack, and he doesn't have it because that's from factory. So I'm like, oh my god, how freaking lousy. It's like, you finally bring these sexy, studly, gorgeous, oh my god, stunning, sexy, hot boys, and you're too cheap or unwilling, or you forgot to, send them in their package complete with all of the accessories they came with back in 2001 or 2002, 20 years ago or 21 years ago, respectively, whichever each one might have been, Cameron or Dylan. So I was a little bit unhappy, more so with MGA than with anybody, because I thought, oh my god, you can't really be doing this. I mean, this is such a disaster. Like, why would you do that to the Bratz Boys? I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Bratz girls are totally okay, and they're perfect, and they've got all of their accessories exact to the point, down right to the glasses and the combs and the skirts and all that other stuff. But the Bratz Boys, they don't have their accessories complete. So right now I'm showing you the bottom of the box while I'm complaining and whining a lot. So here it is. And I'm pretty sure you can tell the Bratz Boys logo at the bottom with the descriptions and some other information. And then, of course, the year 2022. So you know this is not the 2002 first edition. Dylan, this is the replica and exact copy, supposedly, of the first edition 2002 Dylan. One of the first entries alongside Cameron to hit shelves on retail back in 20 years ago or 21 years ago, depending when the year of retail shows up on their box of the original one. So, but yes, like I was saying, there are some differences, unfortunately, for me. They're not that unsettling, but they are kind of troubling. The one, at least, for me is. The rest are pretty awesome, because I love how the box is all glossy. The background cardboard, it's like rainbowy, sparkly, and the front of it too. It just, if you put it under the lights, just glows different colors. It's gorgeous. Just the fact, though, that it no longer has a backpack, it's kind of like weird and dumb. And kind of like a little, I don't know, it just made me feel a little, upset and disappointed, because I thought, oh my god, they were the first ones, they were the first Bratz Boys. And I know they're not the Bratz, because the Bratz are the perfect ones, and where the money supposedly is made, which I totally disagree. But you should at least try a little bit harder with the boys. The Bratz Boyz because they are MGA, and they are what makes MGA the best brand in the world, and of course the Bratz line as well. Without the Bratz Boyz, there is, in my opinion, no Bratz. Because, I mean, are you kidding? The Bratz Boyz are like the definition of hot and sexy, and oh my god, they're delicious. Nothing else describes Bratz without the Bratz Boyz. But anyway, so I'm very excited either way. I'm very thrilled because this has nothing to do with the seller's website that I purchased him from. This is entirely some thing they decided to do with him, and oh well. But I'm really thrilled that I was able to bump into him online, and that I was able to afford him and be able to get him at least one of him, because I wasn't able to get 5 like I got from Cameron when I acquired him from our local little Target. But I was able to get at least one, so I could introduce him to you guys on my Bratz Boyz Club channel, and add him to my ever-growing collection of sexy, hot, and delicious stud Bratz Boyz. Hopefully they keep bringing out some of the other versions of Dylan and Cameron, and of course maybe add the other boys, Kate, Aiden, Kobe. I would really, that would be so exciting to see them come back again and have the whole group just reunite again. I would definitely purchase them, and I'm so excited just to think about it. I just cannot stop thinking about it because that would be so super cool. And so this is the exact copy, somewhat, or replica of the 2002 first edition Dylan. So this is, and you saw that at the bottom of the box, a 2022 Bratz Boy Dylan as the exact copy and a replica of the first edition 2002 Dylan. If you have any questions, hit me down in the comment section, or message me, whatever. If you want to just not say anything or not even view it, who cares, whatever, thank you so much. If you want to watch, thank you so much as well. Oh my god. And I will keep uploading some stuff. I was not planning on uploading another Bratz Boy video because I haven't been purchasing many of these guys anymore. I was planning on uploading other videos regarding like other Bratz Boy related items, which I will continue soon. But as for these, I'm thinking that he's going to be the only one for a while. If I find anything else interesting, I probably will. Don't know, I doubt it. But so that was it for my 2022 Dylan, Bratz Boy Dylan, replica exact copy of the first edition 2002 Dylan. And I hope you loved getting introduced to him, and you come back again when I upload another video of some other crazy Bratz Boy related thing, or another Bratz Boy himself. And thank you very much for dropping by, and I hope to see you again soon when I upload another video of something Bratz Boy related again. Thank you so much, and have a great, awesome day.